What's up? This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man, Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Trench in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy, Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Oh boy, what's up? It's your boy Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV Live. Let me start out by saying the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Been a long day. I think my day started 3 o'clock a.m., 3:15, 3:20, something like that, man. Shout out to the TED Talk people. Y'all got me working, boy. Got me working, I'm telling you. Mo is something else, bruh. They got me working.
What's happening, man?
All right, man. Y'all.
What they doing to my brother, man?
Got me the TED Talk people, man. It's a beautiful thing, okay, but dang, to be doing all that editing, man, by myself, it's ridiculous. It is crazy.
Keep talking to the TED Talk.
I saw that hell that you put on that you posted last night.
Oh, that was hell. I thought that
was that piece a little bit bigger than P.
That was hell.
What size?
I thought it looked like
size of a quarter.
It looked like Robert.
That was hell. They were
like
huge.
Looked like Robert knocked a tooth out, man. It was like I thought it was a tooth.
Robert would never put his hands on me. Never.
That's a lie. He puts his hands on you every day. He puts his hands on you. Come on.
Well, yeah, but he ain't hitting and knocking teeth out and all that.
No, not knocking no teeth out. He probably kissing your teeth.
Okay.
Talk about he ain't put his hands on. Yeah, right.
All of y'all booed up.
Let's get Robert on the line. Let him tell the people.
No, please, let's not get Robert on the line because then it's gonna turn into some mush. The show is mush.
No.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
What's wrong with mush?
We don't need the mushy show. We don't need that. But anyway, welcome to the show, guys, man. We are at 852 shows, guys. We crawling. We crawling up there, okay? And I think we've had an opportunity to speak to some of everybody, do some of everything, man. We've been out places to do live shows. We just did everything, man. It's been a good run. 852. I'm tired though. I'm tired.
Chris,
Hold on.
What's good, man?
Chilling.
Y'all looking at the core of the journey of Dope Living TV Live. The core. This is how it all started, okay? Right here. This core.
That's crazy.
Full circle, huh? Full circle.
We're gonna have to take it back. We're gonna have to take it back and get on Facebook one time.
No, we
don't. Oh no.
Man. 852 shows. We have done 852 shows. All right. We've been blocked by, not blocked, but we've been shut down. You know, we tagging too much. So Facebook says no, nobody. We've been fined. We've been everything, man. But you know, we here. We still here. We all in our place.
Stop us.
Hey, hold on. All y'all got glasses on. Hold on, let me go get my glasses. Hold on.
Go get.
We are all in our places with bright, shiny faces tonight, man. I hope she comes on okay. We got Dinahlynn Biggs. She's the founder, the president, the owner of the Biggs Radio Network, doing some great things. Matter of fact, little brother Jeff Relaford's on that station doing his thing. She's also the president of the National Black Radio Hall of Fame, the Chicago, the Illinois and Indiana's chapters, and I'm just gonna wait for her to get on here and say what she got to say about this. But in the meantime, go ahead.
Dinahlynn, come on now, come on, Dinahlynn. Dinahlynn.
Man, hey man, I wanted to say this too, man. Look, we got a lot of people out there, man, that's leaving us. And you know, there's people right now that are laying up. They're sick, man. Let's pray for everybody, man, for real. Pray for everybody. Keep everybody's give everybody good thoughts, man. Keep them in our prayers, man, because tomorrow's not promised at all.
Yeah.
Period.
For sure.
Man, I'm tired.
Sure.
I sit up here, man. I was watching, you know, before I do the show, I do two things. I listen to The River by Noel Gourdin. Me and Gina did a really nice job on that interview, too. And I look at the Wheel of Fortune. And Pat Sajak ain't on the Wheel of Fortune no more. They got Ryan Seacrest. And it's different now.
It's different.
I mean, I ain't mad.
I haven't seen Wheel of Fortune in so long.
I watch it.
You know when I started watching Wheel of Fortune?
Me and Marielle was sitting in there watching it, and I just decided I was going to look up how much did Vanna make. She made like $10 million a year.
I'm sitting up here turning some letters.
Flipping letters.
Come on, man.
Yeah, but men watched Wheel of Fortune because of her.
Not no more. She looked like
back then they did.
What's up, Carl Ramsey? What's going on, man? She looked back like
but in Ryan Seacrest like the third host of Wheel of Fortune.
Actually, the second.
Third or fourth.
Is it? Because I thought Pat Sajak had it all the time. Okay. Well, anyway, Vanna's been on there. She just looked like a hag now, man. Every time she do them letters, you get it's always.
Wow, did you call her a hag?
Well, I should have said a sea hag. My bad.
Wow.
You could have just said has been.
Sea hag.
I give her some ocean miles. I give her some freaking fly miles.
I mean, how old is she?
What? 99, 98?
I was gonna say 100.
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, is she still turning the letters though?
Yeah.
Turning it. Well, no, she pressed a button now. She pressed it.
How old is
you can press the button now and turn it.
Vanna White is 67 years old.
How old?
67.
That's it?
No.
She is not old then.
She gotta be more than that.
Yeah.
I think so. Because she was turning the wheel when I was in junior high school.
Hey man, how old is
you?
I mean,
you gotta look at her. You gotta look at her face. You gotta remember they don't age like we age.
Yeah, you're right.
You know when I stopped watching Wheel of Fortune?
Would Pat Sajak stop? What?
What's that Wheel of Fortune? No, what's the one they turn the left? No, that's her. I stopped watching Wheel of Fortune when one of the guests said when they turned the letter before the person said it. I didn't watch it anymore because I felt like it was staged.
Well,
they turned the letter before the person said the letter. That was a big oops.
Look, all of it is television. Ain't no telling. We might have something come on that people ain't gonna believe too. All right.
I stopped watching Wheel of Fortune when what's the name of the TV show? Big Bucks No Whammies.
Yeah, I love that show.
That's when I stopped watching Wheel of Fortune.
Luck. I love that show.
Press Your Luck. That's the name of it.
Man.
Oh,
yeah, that was my show right there.
Byron says Vanna's 3 days older than Fresh Air. It still come on though. They revamped it, man. It comes on. Press Your Luck. I love it. Even now. I like, you know what? There's this new show.
That's fine.
There's this new show called The Floor. I don't know if you ever seen The Floor. That's a good show. Rob Lowe is the host. It's pretty cool. They got 100 people on the floor.
I can't even imagine what it's about with that name, The Floor.
I'm getting ready to tell you. They got 100 people on the floor. I saw the first season. The second season is going on now. 100 people on the floor. Everybody got their own category, right? So there's 100 categories on the floor. You get 2 people up at the top.
Actually, it's only been 3.
3 what?
3 hosts of Wheel of Fortune.
Man,
Chuck
we was
Woolery
over
was
that 12
the first
minutes ago. Gina? We was over that 12 minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm messing with you, boy. It's 3 hosts.
Well, Chuck Woolery was the first one.
Chuck Woolery.
I forgot about Chuck Woolery. That was before my time, but I still remember those reruns.
Yeah.
Chuck Woolery.
Then Pat Sajak, and now Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah, they got Ryan because Ryan is all over the place. And
All over the place. They thought they were going to bring some of that, what is it, American Idol?
Yeah, it's not working.
American Idol prayers to that. Yeah.
It ain't working. So I mean, you know, I'm still gonna watch it though, unless I try something else. You know what I mean?
Is Jeopardy still on?
Huh?
Is Jeopardy still on?
Jeopardy. Nah, I don't think so. Oh yeah.
I don't even know.
Jeopardy. That's the
Jeopardy is
that's
first.
The one when you get
Keke Palmer got it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She was just here in Chicago, y'all.
No, that's Password. She got Password.
No. Who was just in Chicago, Jen?
Keke Palmer.
And she ain't called me?
She did some kind of I know yeah. Ron Reed was there.
He was stalking her, man. He was stalking her. You see that picture?
I would have been stalking her too.
He was behind the curtain taking pictures of her.
Right, he was.
Y'all leave her alone.
I would have been stalking her too.
That's my son's girl. Jordan been talking about her since she was little. That's his girl.
Oh my goodness.
I ain't stopped talking about since she grew up.
What's up, Rachel? She got her book coming out tomorrow. I think it's
Forged
in Fire.
Forged in Fire.
Like so, yeah.
Awesome book. I'm telling you firsthand. I had a chance to read it already, and it's a great book.
So Gina.
Carl said, "Give Steve Harvey his props, man. Family Feud. Been doing it for matter of fact, I think he owns it now. Shout out to you too, Steve. And we waiting on Dinahlynn Biggs to come on. Okay, I don't like waiting. Y'all know me. Dinahlynn, where the hell you at?
Go find her.
I ain't going to find her. She got, let's see, it's 7:12. But I'm trying not to let the cat out the bag, man. But
just give her a little bit more time.
Man, shout out to Lisa Davis. Shout out to Severia Scott. What's going on, y'all? Hope y'all are well. Hope everybody's doing good. Man, I'm a little lethargic. I use that word. I'm a little tired today. I've been up since 3 o'clock. And every time I say that I've been up throughout the show, it's gonna get a half hour earlier. All right. So I've been up since 2:30. Forged in Fire is the name.
Next, you gonna say 1 o'clock.
I'm gonna say 13 o'clock, man. I've been up though. Trying to do this, man. Look, I was involved in this TED Talk, right? TEDx Talk. Shout out McKinney Dilworth, Jeffrey Smith. And I thought it was gonna have a 3-camera setup. I thought it was gonna be easy to do, man. No, it ain't.
What's hard about it?
So first,
that's your profession.
But you get ready to go there, huh? First, you gotta take the. You gotta remove the audio first, okay? Because you got 3 different shots that you gotta match up.
Yes.
Remove the audio. Rethink it. Then you gotta look at all of the shots and say, okay, well, this one can go here, this one can go here. Then I had to put some extra parts on it with the. They had some steel tiles off of a PowerPoint that they wanted in there too. So you got to strategically put those on there too. So what I thought was going to take a day, there were 9 speakers. I've done 7. So I got 2 more to go. But it's like, man, I didn't know it was going to be that hard.
That's not what you do for DAG?
DAG is a labor of love. This is just labor. Shit.
But you got plenty of experience.
Yeah, I mean, but it's different each time. It's seriously. Mo Teller, you do editing too. It's different.
Yeah. See,
I'm asking because I don't know editing.
The thing about it is like what he's had to do so to look the presentation to be there. Say for instance, you up there speaking, Gina, and you're doing your thing, and he's got different angles that he wants to get of you, while you're doing your thing, and then you might point to something. So he puts the still of whatever you're pointing to. So he's got to chop off that audio, then turn around and basically put those sections together and then resync the audio.
Exactly. Got to resync the audio. So
it's deep.
That's like being in the studio and letting the engineer mix the master.
Exactly.
So basically, Gina, y'all like the artists. Y'all just come and do what y'all do and leave. It'd be hours upon hours that the engineer. And I always tell the engineer, yo, you can do this mix and master. And when I'm gone, let's get these songs out the way. And you can do that on your own. I don't want to be here for that.
That's what I used to tell George's engineer, man. Hey, look, let him put it down, man, and then you do your thing, okay? If it's something we need to change,
you wouldn't believe how much.
I used to go to sleep on the doggone floor, man. Rachel said, "I'm trying to do a TED Talk myself." Okay, Rachel, you can do a TED Talk, but right now, I'm gonna let you meet somebody, man. Okay, she is the owner of Biggs Radio Network. She got her own thing. All right, she's been I didn't like it when she called herself a DJ because she's been a radio personality for a long time.
Yeah.
Again, she owns her own radio station. It's called the Biggs Radio Network, and she is the president of the National Black Radio Hall of Fame, the Indiana and Illinois chapters. Let us give I can't say give a round of applause, but let's welcome Dinahlynn Biggs to the show. What's going on, Dinahlynn?
Give a round of applause.
What's happening?
Hey, Dinahlynn.
She in the background. She in my house.
That's your house.
I'm in your house. Yeah.
You gotta stop letting all these people in your house, Mom.
Yeah, right.
Everybody get invited to Mo's house, but me, Gina, and Greg, we don't never get invited.
Right. We never been in his house.
I bet your carpet dirty, bro.
Oh.
Anyway, hey, welcome to the show, Dinahlynn.
Oh, I'm glad to be here with you guys. You guys been at this a long time.
852 shows, man.
Man, that's phenomenal. I got to get you on the airwaves. I've been asking and asking.
I know, man. I know.
He keep telling us no, Dinahlynn.
I mean, why won't you let him on? I mean, come on. You got something good here.
I'm gonna tell you why. All right. Then we're gonna get your story because it ain't about us. All right. We got to be. I like to be ready. I like it to be right. You know me, Dinahlynn.
Right.
If it ain't right, I can't do it, and it has not been right. Enough for
I'm offended.
No.
I know, right?
It's not that he let Jeff go on the show and Jeff ain't been back. No, I'm just
Dinahlynn took Jeff from us, but it's all good. It's about progression.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
Rachel.
took Jeff and he turned into somebody else on me.
Yeah.
He was all nice and humble on the show.
I know, right?
He got on the airways hearing himself in Germany and Berlin, and he pulled out the gold chain, opened up his shirt. I'm like,
Jeff, told you, Jeff, that what happened to the life coach, Jeff? That's what I told Dinahlynn about the life coach. She said it, man. But shout out to Jeff Rutherford as well.
Yeah.
So Dinahlynn, what's going on, man? Period. It's been a minute.
Period. Well, it's a lot going on in the world, and it's a lot going on with the voices that make the climate for change, which are people like you and everybody on the show. We have the microphone, and we have a chance to make a difference with the microphone. Right now, I'm the president of the Indiana and the Illinois chapter of the National Black Radio Hall of Fame. We do different events in each city and state. And we're coming to Gary, Indiana, for the Gary, Indiana chapter on Saturday.
Who getting recognized though?
Huh?
Who's going to be recognized on this auspicious occasion?
Well, we talked about it. All of these episodes that you're talking about that you guys have done, people have noticed. So the Indiana chapters have nominated Dope Living TV and this program right here to receive and be inducted into the National Black Radio Hall of Fame on Saturday.
Nice.
Say it again, sister.
In radio and TV, you never know who's watching. A few people brought some of you guys shows to us, and you know, I secretly laughed inside. I was like, oh,
like I know them.
You know, but it's good when other people can see what it is that you're doing. So what it means is each of you will receive a certificate of being honored into the chapter of the Indiana Black Radio Hall of Fame. What this means is we memorialize what you have done in your podcasting and your voices. Each one of you will receive a certificate, a medallion in your own name. And it's for you to let people know that you're making a difference and you are serious about what it is you do. Some people do stuff just to do it. But you guys, 800 shows in, I got to think you're serious about what you're doing.
Oh, yeah, just a little bit.
How we feel about it. And so it's a beautiful thing. I'm so honored to be able to honor you guys. Our vice president is Larry Jenkins over at WLTH Radio.
Okay. The blues.
The blues guy. And he is the president of the chapter. And, you know, it's just phenomenal. The National Black Radio Hall of Fame has a museum in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. And your names are going to be sent down to Atlanta to outlive you. Music outlives the artist, so do you with what you do. So I'm excited. I want you guys to come in there and own the place. When you come up to get certificates, don't act like you don't know me. When you get there.
Well, when they see this episode.
It is. So, number one, I know I speak for the whole team, and we're definitely honored. It's a labor. We were just talking about it, a labor of love that we do this. All right, we were talking about. Chris had just said, "Man, we ought to go back and do one on Facebook like we started." You know, but progression. We can show the video of how we struggle, but the progression is what it is, man. The progression is always what everybody should strive for. All right, you know, Dinahlynn, we you know, I remember coming in. My brother and I came in to Gary. We saw a newspaper article, and it said that the WLTH station that you basically helped them get up. You were there. I mean, they were starting back at a new location, and we came in there, went in there, and I saw you. Didn't know you. I knew who you were, but didn't know you. Saw you, and you were out there playing the hits. All right, and was killing the game. All right, tell us how it was back then for somebody trying to do radio.
Well, Greg, man, you know, my story is real. This year I made 50 years in radio. To say it out loud changes the game. You know, you so busy doing something. You guys looked up, you had 800 plus episodes. I look up, I have 50 years in radio. The climate changes when you talk about that. Yeah. So, you know, in doing that, now I feel like I have a responsibility to have learned something over those 50 years. Starting right in Gary, Indiana as a crate carrying DJ, DJing at the club 7 nights a week, scratch mixing, being one of the first females to do it, to working at VJ Records and WWCA, stuff that's not even there, to being one of the first to break Neophyte Music by the Sugar Hill Gang. So when I go into places now, I have to remember who I am. Right. I have to remember my footprint and what I did, and I have to own it because people will take it away from you. Yeah. Own the fact that you guys have done 800 plus episodes. That means something. Look what else you could be doing. 800 episodes worth of time. You have a new girlfriend, a baby, buy a new car, be at the mall, but you chose to make a difference and talk about topics that affect communities all over the world. So it's got to mean something. I was interviewed today on a local station here in Indianapolis, and the guy asked me, so who is Dinahlynn Biggs? I had to go on and tell him, I'm the girl that put the with Master P. I'm the girl that made Curtis Blow put the brakes on. I'm the girl that when I played the Shy Lights, it said, oh, girl. So, yeah, I was there. I was in the room when it happened. So just historically, I want people with voices to own what they do and stick your chest out. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. You guys laughing and having a good time. Great camaraderie between you guys. You can tell it. Every time I click on, you can see it. People tell me about it. Like the guy who brought you in for the inductions. I mean, Jesse Nolan. Greg, you may remember Jesse. He's a promoter in Chicago. He was like, man, I've been watching your boy, Greg. You know, why don't we induct him? I was like, really? Why? Tell me why. I want the feedback from other people. They said, because, man, they talk about everything. Yeah. So it's just a great thing to be heading this organization. I was appointed. And you know, Gina, you know, I got way too much to do. I was appointed. The first time I was asked to do it, I turned it down. I'm too busy. But when they asked me again, I went to look at it. I looked at the National Hall of Fame. It didn't look like us. It didn't look like us. So I was like, You know, and I thought about it again. So I said, well, I'm going to have to make some time to make the National Black Radio Hall of Fame look like us. Look like people that I can bring in that's made a difference in radio. They don't have Ramonski Love, Doug Banks. They don't have Vivian Carter, VJ Records, the first Black-owned record label in the world.
Right. That should have been like a top of the list.
Yeah, I'm talking about the world. Right. You know, and when you go to museums, they don't even mention her. I'm the voice of Vivian Carter. You know, I talk about Vivian Carter. When I tour all over the world speaking at colleges, I tell people, what's the first Black record label? Motown, P. Diddy. Really? Pull your phones out and get educated on Vivian Carter. You know, Indiana, it all went down. It's a shame we lost the memories in Gary, the buildings and all the accolades, but the work was done. She brought the Beatles to the United States. Yep. They kissed the ground when they got off the plane. She brought them here. They have one line in a book about that. So,
that's crazy. Isn't that crazy? You know, when you try to explain that to people, you know, and say, hey, the Beatles wouldn't have distribution if, you know, they wouldn't have distribution. When nobody just, you know, and well, not until they got some traction like they did, but they had no way of selling anything.
Anything.
Lady,
right there on 19th and Broadway.
That's right.
A record label that was worldwide. You know, the Beatles is just one of the heavy hitters. You know, I have to actually take my record to work when I work with the pink people. You know what I mean? The pink people want to argue with you about it. I have to go dig it. You know, Greg, I got that. Pristine press copy. VJ Records, Gary, Indiana. I have to bring it to him, put it on the desk.
Give them the receipts.
Yep. You know, that's what it's about. You know, making the history be truthful, you know, out here. So it's just, I'm excited for the Gary, Indiana chapter this year. We're going to separate the chapters, Greg. When I started this, Indiana didn't even have a chapter.
Wow.
They didn't even have
that. I remember that.
You were there for my first, when I was appointed. So I said, I'm going to make a chapter for Indiana. It's too many people. And the Jackson 5 not even in there.
Yeah.
What?
That right there is an insult by itself.
It is.
So it's up to us.
They're making a statement.
Right.
Well,
at least trying to make a statement.
Right.
Yeah.
Erasing history, you know, like they always do.
Right. And I want to encourage you guys, even though you being honored, to become members and work with Larry Jenkins here in Gary. Work with him to get these names in here. We're able to induct 7 people a year. We need to get these people in there. We need to get them memorialized so that, you know, they can outlive themselves.
Well, I think it's going to be a great conversation Saturday when people come and show up and they find out exactly what's going on with it. Or it's going to be a great conversation. And a lot of people are going to be ready to do some things with you. You know, I used to always, and I hate the word DJ. You know I do. You know, I had to literally etch it into Dinahlyn's brain that she's, you know, a personality. You know, people want to, you know, let people want you, you know, and that's what she did. She let people want her as opposed to being, you know, because it's kind of hard. You know, we know a lot of people, right? I'm talking about all of us. We know a lot of people. And so sometimes when you're trying to make that climb, you got to distance yourself and you know, be ghost for a second and let them want you. Okay. Let them need you. And, you know, that's what she did. to a point where she started to own, because she was getting ready to quit before she owned the radio station. She was getting ready to stop. All right, tell us about that feeling, because I remember it was when your grandfather was had passed.
Yeah, it was a lot going on. And you got to know, being a woman in this business from the time you were 15 years old till now, it's been a real struggle. It's not till now that I've gotten the respect that I deserve as a female in the industry. And most photographs that you see out here, I'm usually the only woman. So a lot of guys didn't like that. And what Greg did for me is show me the evolution of my journey as a manager. I was a DJ. That's all I knew to be, was a DJ. But he helped me evolve into a radio personality, into a talk show, a MC, a flying all over doing shows for people. I'm the voice of Unsung.
Right.
Any of the episodes that you hear the woman, that's my voice. I fly to do those tapings, but he helped me evolve into something bigger. Athletes are football players, but later they become news anchors, right?
Yep.
On my a DJ. I can still DJ, and I don't get it twisted. The hat will go to the back in minutes. I only come out of retirement and DJ for charity and for the elderly, to draw people into them. And a lot of times they come, they just couldn't believe that I could DJ. That's the only times I do it is for kids and elderly people, because I've evolved into something else. Greg and I used to do events on the street corner with a case of water and a microphone, giving away stuff, trying to make a difference for people all over the world. Well, now we're able to partner with Salvation Army for disaster relief, give away wheelchairs and things on a bigger scale, thousands of backpacks, iPads, tablets. So,
I remember those. Yeah. And you still do it. Cyrus Jenkins says, "What's up, Biggs?"
What it do?
So let me ask you a question. You got relatives in Indianapolis?
Yes.
Yeah. Tyrone Biggs. Yeah. Does he still doing music?
Yes.
Him and my son used to do music together in Indianapolis.
And his son, yeah.
Legacy.
Yeah. About.
So, you have
Greg, you have a day on your show where all of your hosts bring in some of their young people and their families.
Maurice has done that. Mo's done that.
Yes, let's sit in and see what you're doing. We can have the next talk show host right now coming.
I've been trying to get Jordan
he zoomed off
for a minute, man.
He zoomed off.
Yeah.
Jordan,
he's doing stuff with Guns. Him and Tommy Guns are doing things. So
okay.
Yeah, he's up there. Greg knows him and Mark Casey have hooked up too. He's doing music scores for Power. So he done zoomed off.
Okay.
So, it is what it is. I mean, I got some up and comings, that whole family, actually that whole family that he's from. They got magic, big time magic. I got some old tracks from them, but I haven't got anything here locally in a while. So I mean, lately.
Let me ask you something. So you've, like I said, you've done your thing. You transitioned from being that personality to an owner. And how does it feel to see some of the people that you've interviewed, because there's been many on the show, and they're gone now?
Oh man, it's too many, man. What is happening? It's too many. Too many of our good friends is gone, but I know that the music that they did is going to outlive them. So that's where I find my peace at. Tito Jackson was, I talked to him on the phone every day. We hung out at his house. He was a regular friend of mine. And man, what is happening? I mean, so it could happen at any time. So that's why I try to tell people, make sure what you're saying is important and it makes a difference. Social media is just a beast. You see so much nonsense. And a lot of people say, why don't you jump on some of these platforms and talk about all this stuff? I'm staying in my lane. I'm staying I stay positive. Stay positive. Can't do it.
Try to tell people stay in their lane, but the people don't do it. Like with our show, man, each one of us have our specialty, man. I don't talk about nothing I don't know nothing about, okay? Because I ain't going to sit up here and make us look like a fool. I mean,
Right.
even though I do that with some of the jokes that I tell, but I'm not. I'm not going to sit
I was
up
going
here.
to keep my mouth shut.
If I don't know about what Chris does explicitly, I could tell you on the surface. But once people ask another question or something and it goes deeper, I'm done. I'm sitting here learning. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Chris knocked out. Look at him.
You quiet today.
Wore out.
Everybody on here be working. Be working.
Chris working hard, ain't he?
He working hard on keeping that neck
He
up.
probably working right now.
Keeping that head up.
Yo, Chris.
He working right now.
That's all right.
Chris.
Blake said hello, Dinahlynn, and he misses you. Blake was on her show when he was a kid, man, a little bitty boy,
Right.
Singing for these, Marshall Thompson from the Shy Lights and Gene Chandler and all of those guys. He was singing for him out there. Byron says, Dinah was so gracious to me and my daughter when she let us sit in with her interview with Marshall Thompson and the Shy Lights. Rachel says, that's why I provide to those who supported and poured into me. I also pour into others not needing flowers. I sent you an email or a text. Rachel is what I told you about. They want to come on the show, come on the radio station. Yeah, but that I always think about that sometime. It's like we between the two of us, I think we've interviewed everyone.
Everyone. It's so funny. Remember when Tamron Hall did that post, and she said she had interviewed somebody for the first time. I called Greg. I said, dig out your old computer. And then we posted it like we did that 5 years ago.
Yeah.
It's just, you got to get it right. But that young man, can you see if he can come to the event and perform for me on Saturday?
Blake?
Yeah.
Ask Donald. He right there. Donald, can he come and perform Saturday?
Yeah.
We need details too.
Yeah.
He know the details. All he got to do is contact one of us, and he'll get in there. So, so Dinahlynn, I mean, it's been, you've been in this 50 years plus, and you don't like one of the comments said, 50 years. You don't look like you've been in there 50 years. How hard is it to keep, the families, the relationships that you have intact in this business? We talked about that on one of our shows, but how hard is it for you to keep it, intact?
Well, it's only hard if it's not important to you, Greg. I had to come to a place in my life that it's important. So I make it happen. I make sure relationships happen. Mostly all the entertainers are friends of mine over years. I'm riding down the street talking to Charlie Wilson or Bobby Rush or any of those guys. People in the car with me going, really? But we didn't establish a friendship as a groupie, but as their people. You gotta talk to them and treat them like people. When we put this event together in Gary, they wanted to have it in Chicago. I said, we got to go home. I got to go home with this. I want to come home. So I decided to call a friend to come over to, add a little star power to Saturday. So we got the Shy Lights coming. We got the Enchantments coming. We got Theo Huff, blues man, coming. We got an array of celebrities that'll be in the building, completely dressed in uniform. They're coming to Gary, Indiana for this event to see you get sworn in, to see some of them get sworn in. So I'm excited. I had to call Jay's Breakfast Club and tell her because, on Saturdays, people kind of slum around. I said, hey, ma'am, the lady that owns it, I said, hey, you might want to put some clothes on Saturday because some of everybody will be there. She was like, the Shy Lights coming up here in Enchantment. All of those guys are coming over from Chicago. All the DJs from Power 92, some of them are getting inducted. But I wanted to reach out and touch people just like I did when I started my stations. I reached out to people I knew was worthy. I knew that were deserving. Marzette Griffith, those guys, the Steppers.
Marzette gonna be there.
Yeah, Marzette will be there.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, and we got, the people in Gary, Indiana coming out. Karina Mitchell. We're going to honor her work in videography. Natalie Ammons. People that we
too?
for years. Yeah. Yeah. And we're gonna
what's
keep
up.
preaching until we change the way it looks, till it starts to begin to look like us.
And it's supposed to, you know, and here's the thing, and I've said this before, but I don't think I said it on the air, okay? I know, and I'm humble with what I've done. I don't spread it out there. I don't talk about it that much, okay? But I know what I've done. A lot of people know what I've done. You got all these new people. I'm getting ready to say it, Gina. That's right. Keep grinning. It's a lot of people. Gary, hometown, they celebrate the same people doing the same shit. All right, excuse my language, all the time.
Okay.
You know, and I see it, and I'm like, I get it. You guys, I understand. You guys are doing some great things, okay? But look, I did a national music video show. I've interviewed
for years.
Come on with it, y'all. I mean, it's like, and it did well, and
you're still getting royalties from it.
Well, you should have said that. But they don't see me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I get it, but I don't. And like, and I'm gonna tell y'all what I did, because I used to be a dog when I managed her. I didn't smile. People tried to step over her. I'm like, okay, try it. All right. Dinahlynn is the only radio personality from Gary to get a citation from the city of Gary. Okay. Why? Because Dinahlynn said, hey man, why ain't nobody looking at me? Why ain't nobody saying this like that? I said, I'm gonna change that right now. Okay, because you deserve it. And I think it was a week later, wasn't it?
Yep.
They came to the radio station, had a citation, big ass citation, okay, and presented it to her. Right. I would have rather it been a huge ceremony, but you know, I just said, okay, baby steps, all right, because we do what we do because, as Dinahlynn said, because we love it, all right. And if we did not love it, we wouldn't still be doing it. So it's not about the accolades and this and that, because you know, we're going to get them, but we're going to get them from the people that are truly, truly, truly seeing us and appreciating what we've done. All right. And the other thing that I always say, Google me, Google the show, Google Dope Living. All right.
Yep.
I try to keep my name off of Google, but Google the show. You see, Google the word Dope Living. You see everything.
And that's what the Hall of Fame people did. They Googled you guys. When we sent the name in, we just don't get to pick and choose now. We have a historian down there in St. Louis and Atlanta they Googled each one of you guys to see if you were worthy of receiving that. It's a big deal.
No, most definitely. It is a big deal. But it's an even bigger deal for me personally when I see that my friend is doing what she's doing, all right? Because again, you never addressed it when I asked the question, okay, you were ready to quit. You were ready to stop.
Yeah.
Right? And you just changed up and said, hey man, I got to get it in. I got to do it. So
well, a lot of times you become disenchanted with the environments that you're in. So you change the environment, not your love of what it is that you're doing. I was working, at a station, and I was being treated really bad. And it was so bad, it started to make me sick. The disrespect. And so then some people said, hey, come to Chicago and work on the radio. I'm like, really? They said, yeah. So what do? We packed our stuff and went to Chicago, and the doors opened.
Yep.
I stepped out of that toxic environment that was bleeding me dry, and and moved on to Chicago. And then from Chicago, it just opened up because I came into contact with the third biggest media market in the world. Absolutely. When you're in Chicago, and I just crossed the state line. That was all I did, was cross the state line, and the door opened.
Ain't that something?
Why is that though? I had to go way to Vegas. I went way to Vegas for people to recognize the Distinguished Authors Guild. I tried here. I knocked on doors. And everybody, and I'm telling everybody, I want to stay in my community. And people in my circle was saying, stop doing it, go elsewhere. And I kept saying, no, I have to stay in my community. And I had to leave my community.
Because Gary celebrates the same people doing the same shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the biggest thing in entertainment is hard to make it where you from if you're not from California or New York or Atlanta. It's
Absolutely.
hard to do. And when you're in the small town cities, not saying Gary's a small town city, but compared now to Chicago, it is. You know, back in the day, it was part of
Right,
one of the three chocolate cities back in the day. So,
right, right.
but
Right.
it's hard. It's hard to make it from a small town city. You always have to go somewhere else, show it there, and then once they see it there and you bring it back home, that's when they come out and support.
And I
That's
have
crazy.
fought to keep things in the city. We did summer camps every year. 800 kids paid for by Burger King, free. All we had to do was find a venue.
Yeah.
Every city venue, they blocked us. They price gouged us, charged us
Ooh.
so much money, and just made it hard till I took it to Chicago, where I partnered with Reverend Jesse Jackson and Operation Push. So you had a whole place free, and we'll give you some workers and some food.
Dang.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
couldn't do it at home. And it really bothered me because I wanted to do it at home. So then I did it in Indianapolis. Same thing. So now I feel like I have abandoned the kids in the city of Gary. So it's going to be up to us now through the Indiana chapter of the Hall of Fame to bring it back. You know,
And it can be done. It can be done. But to the point that you were saying, man, I remember when, and you know me, I don't have a problem with calling people out and calling stuff out. Okay,
we're gonna be nice.
I'm gonna be nice. I remember there was a facility that we wanted to do a Christmas party. Okay, and actually it's going to be a talent show too, and prizes were going to be given away. Why did they ask us for $1 million insurance?
Yeah, I hate that.
And then they made us
but you know, they have to do that though.
7 police.
I understand.
Pay them $150 an hour, and then we asked could the firemen bring the fire truck for the, do the water for the kids, and he's like, no.
Yeah.
What?
Well, you know, back home, if you don't own something, you really can't do anything back home. That's the big problem with, as we say, the crib. That's the problem. If you're not the owner of it, if you try to go somewhere else of someone and you're not close with that person, they're gonna, like Dinahlynn said, they're gonna basically price gouge you. They're gonna try to get every cent up out of you, and Gary's been going through that for decades. That's why Gary is in the shape that it's in right now, because a lot of people did a lot of things that they shouldn't have been doing instead of giving back to the city.
Well, but here's my thing, Chris.
I didn't even live in the city. I got a national sponsor to do something for the kids in this community, and I didn't even live here. I'm like, what do you mean? You can't, the city owns all these facilities. You can't give us a facility. These kids don't have anything else to do.
Here's my thing though. And we've all achieved a monocle of success from being from Gary. My thing is, this, what we've done, what we bring to the table. All right. So cut some of that red tape. Because once we do an event, it's gonna be attended. It's gonna be people are gonna come. It's gonna be I forgot the word I'm trying to use, but we bring us, the personality, to that event. So we bring in everything that personality exudes. Why can't you just give us a break on some stuff? I don't mind paying for stuff, okay, but my city, I have a problem with it because.
Do you remember that time we were going to do a concert here? So now I go everywhere and do all these shows with entertainers, and they like me. So they say, "Hey, Biggs, why don't you do a show at home at that new baseball stadium they got up in Gary?" I said, "Yeah, let's do it." Greg and I will see some people with power and say, "Hey, we're gonna bring in all these groups. I mean, Parliament. We will do a big thing in the park up there, free to the community,
ready to come."
Ready to go. The price was my price for knowing the people. So when we went to the people of power, they said, "Oh yeah, if you put my name up at the top and your name at the bottom, I'll give you the place free, the stadium free." So I went back to the entertainers. The entertainers was like, "How you gonna give your plug away? How you gonna let somebody else get your plug?"
That's crazy, ain't it?
Said nope.
We can't do this together. So then there's no concert.
That's crazy. That's so crazy.
And it's not really. We're not knocking the city here, y'all. We're not doing that. Okay, we just tell.
Oh no, that's everywhere though,
part
Greg.
of the
I mean, that's pretty much everywhere. I mean, here in Nashville is the same deal. I told y'all last week about when we used to do, get ready to do a show, and we couldn't find no place to do no show, but they want $1 million policy.
There you
Like
go.
you said, they want $1 million policy
Well,
before you do a show. And you
yeah,
got CWs all over the place. They country and western doing stuff all over the damn place, and they pack these
yeah.
joints up, and it's a fight, and it's always somebody getting stabbed or something.
Yeah.
And my whole thing is I can't believe that they got $1 million policy at that spot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you gotta look at it this way. Since Greg knows my background and what I do, what scares people that didn't know at that time about doing shows, when they say $1 million policy, you thinking I got to put $1 million up,
Right.
when it's not. It's the price for $1 million policy going to be between $250 to probably $1,500. It's going to be in between there to do it. And they want to do that because they don't want the liability to be on them.
Right.
So if they sue, if something happens, they don't want the liability to be on them, which I understand that. That part, that's the small part. The big part is what you just talked about doing a show there, and now they want to take your show and make it seem like it's their show.
Right.
That's the one thing. That's the one thing I like about Mayor Milton right now. We've been talking for a while about doing some stuff back at the crib.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? And he's really trying to make stuff happen back there. That's the one thing I can say about him. He's trying to make stuff happen for the community, to give the community something to come out and do. And it's a big 180 that's about to happen for what I say, for what I'm hearing.
That is absolutely great. Because I hate when I go to a funeral, I see people that haven't been out. They don't come out because there's nothing to do. I'm like, where y'all be? Where? Like, what?
Yeah. Well, I remember the days we used to have it popping out there, okay? And I'm quite sure Saturday is going to be another one of those events, all right? I don't think it's going to be enough room. All right?
I don't either. I've been getting too many calls. Magnum Force called. Can we come?
I told you to call them.
It's like all these, but I'm glad they coming to Gary though. I don't care if it ain't enough room. We're gonna take our paparazzi pictures. We're gonna pose with the stars, and we're gonna have a good time. I wanted it to be at home. Here we are,
and it will be. We are talking, everybody. It's she's the president of the Chicago chapter of the Illinois Indiana National Black. Well, maybe I should say it the other way. It's the National Black Radio Hall of Fame, and Dinahlynn is the president of the Indiana and Illinois chapter. Okay, Larry Jenkins. I didn't know Larry was a part of that.
Yeah, I appointed him vice president when I got inducted. You were there.
Yeah.
But now I want to separate the chapters, and he has to have enough members. Okay. He can't have a chapter unless he has 10 members. How come the Indiana chapter can't have 10 members? Greg, you remember? We got to get this guy some help here.
Let's get him going.
Are they going to do any of the, go back and do some of the other DJs from, WLTH and WWCA that used to be hot back in the day, like Ragman and all that?
And we even can do some of the ones that have passed posthumously.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And like even you guys, if you don't live there, you still become honored in the chapter, and you can join.
Yeah, I'm gonna have him on.
Is Ragman gonna be there?
Not this time. He's going to be there the next time. But he wants to be in the Illinois chapter.
Wow. Stop it, Mr. Rags. I'm gonna have Mo and Chris on that because Chris in Vegas, Mo's in Tennessee. I'm gonna have them on. They'll be there, but they'll be here. They'll be on my phone and on my iPad.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try to change houses before then.
Yeah, you get when you get
going to the other house.
I'm going to the other house.
Wow, let people know you're a member of the National Black Radio Hall of Fame, and go on to make a difference. Join the chapter. Help Greg and them in Indiana. You don't have to live here to be a member of the chapter. You're being honored.
Yeah. Let me ask this one question for people that don't know. How do you become a member of the National Black Radio Hall of Fame?
You go to DopelivenTV.com. You go to the chapter. 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 You go You have to have a
outside of being nominated, outside of being inducted.
Being nominated, how can you be a member of the?
Have a minimum of 5 years in some form of media. And producers, podcasters, video, film, anything where you have a voice in, news anchors, news reporters, producers, engineers, DJs, musicians, anything. 5 years into it, send one paragraph and a photograph. Our historian will Google you, look you up, see what you have done. There are people that have been doing Facebook podcasts for 10 years.
Yeah.
You know, that's something. That means something. So we're trying to get these people out here and get them known. So if you got 5 years, you've been in. We couldn't get Jeff Relaford in because he's right at the border when he started podcasting. 4 years, but believe me, in another year we'll get him in.
And what's the benefit? Tell everybody what's the benefit.
The benefit is memorializing what you have done with yourself as a person, with your person overall in the categories in the industry. It's like the Grammys. It's memorializing what you've done. Anybody can go to this museum in Atlanta and they can go through there. They can put your name on it in the kiosk, and your paragraph and photograph will pop up forever. Forever.
Dope living, y'all. Dope living. What's up?
Dope living.
Thank you so much, Dinahlynn, for coming through and hanging with us, man. You know, we always enjoy you coming through. I think this is the second time you came on. Third.
Right. And even though you guys are being inducted under Dope Living as a group with your own names, you can still be inducted individually. You know, Gina with film and all of that good stuff, you could still be individually put in there as well. You know, we have the Shylights, and then we have Marshall Thompson. You know, we have Common in there. Then we have Common the actor. You know, you can get in with everything that it is that you do.
Yeah, we're gonna continue this. We're gonna continue the conversations about the National Black Radio Hall of Fame. Not just the Chicago and not just the Indiana and the Illinois chapter, but all over the country chapters. And we're gonna make sure that everybody gets in there, because again, we do a lot of stuff, and we want to make sure that we're recognized for it. Okay, not just recognized, but we're feeling great about what we do. So why not give it to everybody else? All right, Dinahlynn, appreciate you.
800 plus shows. I'll be talking about it.
Let's go.
I'm gonna go live on y'all individual Facebook page. I've been talking about it. When you get your certificate, we 800 shows in. Let them know. Be proud of what you do.
Oh, we're gonna do that.
Most definitely. Oh, you know that's gonna happen.
I know you're gonna do it. Yeah.
When we get 1,000 shows, it's on like neck bones, man. We gonna do something for real large. I'm telling you, it's already there. Anything else you want to say, Dinahlynn?
I want to see everybody on Saturday. I'm excited to meet you guys. And the ones that I'm going to meet you one day. Gina, I want a big old hug from you.
I know. We have never met in person, but we've met in a whole lot of different arenas.
Hey,
you won't see me until November if you go to Distinguished Artists Guild awards ceremony.
She was trying to make it last year, but you had another engagement that was on the same day.
Yeah.
Well, it's close to home now, so
hey, make sure when y'all hug Gina, you let me know. I want to see y'all hug.
Whatever, bro. Bye. I'll see you guys later.
All right, hey, Chris, we're gonna get out of here, man. Go ahead. Say your
I just want to say thank you to the National Black Radio Hall of Fame for inducting Dope Living TV, inducting Greg, Gina, Mo, myself, Marcella. Who else? Who else been on the show?
Jeff.
But
Jeff was too young.
And his cousin.
Yeah. So I mean, I want to give that thanks now.
What'd you say?
Whose last name is Lane?
That's me.
It's Chris.
Okay, yeah, we got him. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to give thanks to that. So want to get that out the way personally. we're gonna call you Queen Biggs from here on out.
Oh, watch out now.
Queen Biggs. And then also, man, I wanted to let y'all know, man, we had a good time. BET Award weekend out here in Las Vegas. We did it big. Did an award show at Dre's. Nobody ever do award shows at Dre's but BET. We did an award show actually before BET did their taping on Tuesday. We did one on Friday. Did a music conference on Saturday. Did a pool party on Sunday, and did a celebrity basketball game on Monday. So we did it big, man. So I just want to thank everybody back at the crib. I want to thank people out here in Vegas that support it. And we're going to see y'all again.
For sure. For sure.
Awesome.
Man, I remember when you were doing those shows live, and I used to send you Techniques 1200 turntable pictures to your show back in the day when you used to do your shows. I used to enjoy it. I thank you for coming, sis. If you run into, Tyrone, let him know that L's, or they call him Element. They used to call him Element in Indianapolis. He's been trying to hook up with him. He still got music. We actually started his career in my dining room in Indianapolis when I stayed in Indianapolis.
No way. No way.
Yeah. The first computer studio in my dining room. So let him know, they used to call me Pop. So, and they know me by they know him by Maurice Bishop Jr. So my son, they used to do music, and we actually took another person from Indianapolis, my godson. His name is Maurice too. He went to New Zealand, and he's doing music and stuff real big too. So, if you get a chance, you holler at him. Let him know that hey, you talk to Maurice. Thanks, sis.
All right,
thanks for all you do.
Awesome. I'm telling you, this is an exciting time. Saturday is going to be off the chain, but we have another day that's going to be off the chain too. November
what day is 10th.
Distinguished Authors Guild, and here's how to get your tickets.
Chicago in Northwest Indiana. Get ready for an epic night to remember. We are honoring the past and awarding the future. The Distinguished Authors Guild presents its 5th annual Literary Award Show and VIP Gala. Sunday, November 10th at Theater 47, 350 Victory Drive in Park Forest, Illinois. Proceeds from ticket sales go towards scholarships for first-year creative writing college students. This is a black tie event. Purchase your tickets now at eventbrite.com, keyword Distinguished Authors Guild. For more information, call 219-742-4305. That's 219-742-4305. And remember, everything that glitters is gold.
All right, get your tickets while they're still available.
Yeah, right. And I need everybody, look, with the Distinguished Authors Guild, man, we are trying to make sure that these kids, they give a scholarship out every year. We want to make it bigger and better. So I'm asking, I don't care if it's $1, man. Send that to the Cash App. We want to make sure that we give that. So it's for incidentals for the kids, some books, some food, pencils, pens, whatever, right? We want to make sure that these kids are prepared for their journey, okay? It's freshman college students going to college. We want to just give them something. We're going to do this every year, so I'm not just doing this for this one. I'm doing this continuously so we can make it bigger and better, all right? So do what you got to do, all right? Give. $1 is cool. I'm serious. $1 is cool because it adds up.
Right.
All right? Again, Dinahlynn, thank you. Rachel says she's going to be in
always a pleasure.
All right, Bobby says the Students Authors Guild 5th Annual Literary Award Show. That's 5 years now for that.
Wow.
Yes.
We've been doing it in Vegas. You've been missing in Vegas shows, Dinahlynn.
Oh, wow.
It's all good. It's all good.
It'll be lit here, too. It's going to be lit in Park Forest at Theater 47.
I love that theater. Hey, Greg, I'm free if you want me to tag along with you on that day.
Let's go. Shit.
Yeah, come on out. Definitely.
I got a dress. I got one of them dresses I put on. Yeah.
She said I got one of them dresses.
She make hey, where the one I like?
Mo coming way from Tennessee.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm coming. Can I tag along with y'all? Can I tag along?
Where the one I like?
Sure.
No, Greg.
Okay.
But being bad. He's always bad.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'm free that day. Let's make that happen. I can hook up with you guys.
All right, for sure.
All right, Dinahlynn.
I'll send you all the information. Okay, and Blake said they'll come. Just send them. I'm gonna send them the information.
Okay, cool.
All right, it's Dope Living TV. We got one more comment here. Thank you, Rachel. Hey, get Rachel. Now you know who Dinahlynn is. Okay, the rest is on you, baby. Dinahlynn, she got your information. You gotta go see her. All right. It's Dope Living TV Live, man. We'll see you guys tomorrow. All right.
Peace.
Danny
out.
Marie's gonna be tomorrow. All right. Gina. All right, I'm gonna press the button, y'all.